Well, hi everybody, this is Etta, and I guess I'll let you know what has been going on with us for the last week or so. Well, it got real cold here in Oregon, and so the tomatoes quit getting so ripe, and so we had so many people coming wanting tomatoes and other things that we sold out of our tomatoes, which was grand thing because my husband and my son was going to go salmon fishing over near the coast near Three Rivers Casino, and we got a couple of rooms over there for 2 nights. So we left and we went over there on Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning the boys got up and they went fishing, and lo and behold, my husband caught 2 salmon. Yes, he did. And so he went and put them on ice and everything, and got them all cleaned up and put them on ice. And so I just stayed around the casino on Thursday while they were fishing, and then when they came in at that afternoon, why then we all went and had a buffet at the buffet, had dinner, and that was great. And we had a nice dinner, and then on Friday morning they got up again and they went fishing, and here it is Friday night, and but then Friday morning they went fishing and my son caught a fish, and so they were back by 12:30, and so I had gotten out of the room and gotten everything out of the room and everything, and we had to be out by 11 o'clock anyway. So anyway, we got out of the room, and then they come, and so after they come, we just load up and we come home. And you asked me how did I do? Well, I didn't leave no money at the casino. I came home just with a very few little dollars that I had won of their money. So that was great, so I did okay, and the guys, they caught the fish. So anyway, and then on Thursday night, I had a big surprise because Cree called me on the phone, and she was talking to me, and she says, "Mother, you're at the casino," and I said, "Yes, we are." She says, "Well, what room are you in, just in case something comes up?" I says, "Well, 117. And so it was getting almost dark, and so anyway, here we was talking on the phone, and all at once, well, my son and I was sitting there in the room, and there was a big loud knock on the doorway. My son says, "Who could that be?" I says, "I don't know. Could be for your dad. Maybe he's got some drinks in his hand he's trying to bring or something." Anyway, he went and opened the door, and in walked Cree and Aaron, her new little friend that she's found. And this is the first time I'd heard about Aaron, and I'd seen his picture, but this is the first time that I had met the young lad. And he is a young man, and yeah, he's young enough to be my grandson, not my son, but my grandson. And he was well spoken, and he was a very polite young man. And Cree had said that they were coming over because she had a free dinner, so much money for dinner, and she says both of us could go into the cafe. And so I told him, instead of having dinner around here going out, let's just drive over there. Mom and them's there, and we can go in and see them, and you can meet Mom and them, and we go and we just have a dinner there. And so that's just exactly what they done. And I understand, and they come by and they said goodbye, and Cree said, "Well, you know, this first time that I've really went off at night and after dark and have to drive, you know, that for, well, what do you know that for? It's only 50 some miles, but it's over a crooked road between the valley and the coast is a really windy, crooked road." And I told her, I said, "Well, you'll be okay, just drive real careful." And so anyway, it was nice to see them. And so then after we've gotten home, I have a thing out there, a jar, it says, you know, honorary system. If anybody if I happen to be gone and they come in and they get tomatoes, why, they leave this in the jar for me. But I'd sold out, and there was nothing there. But anyway, when we drove out, my husband says, well, when we get back, it's been a week now, and I do see a few little red ones, and there's 2 of them right there on that one bush. It looks like they'll be ready to pick by the time we get back. Well, when we drove in, my husband said, hey, our tomatoes is gone. I said, what do you mean? Remember those 2 over there on that bush? Over there? I said, yeah. He said, well, you see them? I said, no. Well, I said, somebody come picking some tomatoes then, didn't they? He says, well, I hope they got them all. And so, anyway, I come in, and my little dog, Sissy, oh, God, she just nearly ate me up. She'd been here for 2 days by herself, but we leave her plenty of water and plenty of food and everything. So she just gets so excited when I come in. She just tries to tear me up. I mean, really, I mean, I can't take a step without her. But anyway, neither here or there. She was okay, just excited. But then I took her on the outside, and I happened to walk in on the patio where I have my things all set up to sell. But there's nothing there but the empty boxes and stuff. And I see, what's that in my jar? I had $6.50 put in the jar. Oh, well, that was better than nothing. And I don't know, they might have took peppers, I don't know what they took. But I do know that somebody at least was honest enough to leave me that money, and I feel like that they did. And so then it wasn't over. It wasn't after I discovered that. I come in and I told my husband about this, and he says, well, don't bother me now, I'm cutting the salmon up. He had those 3 salmon to cut up, and I like them made in steaks. A lot of people like them filleted, but when you steak them, you don't lose any of the fish, then you get all the fish, and I like steak made in steaks. So anyway, well, he says he'd rather have filet, but it's easier to make them in steaks. And so anyway, then I heard a car out front, and I went out, and there was another lady, and she was getting out, and she's walking toward the patio. She said, well, I see your signs are down, but have you got any tomatoes? I says, no, I don't have any tomato. I've been gone for 2 days. But I said, I guess we can get out and pick some, but it looks like the garden has already been picked, because I don't see no red ones out there, and when we left we could see a few red ones. But I did have $6.50 put in my jar, and they laughed, and they said, well, somebody come and picked them and left you some money. I said, well, that's better than me having to get it. They says, well, maybe you'll be a picking. I said, well, I don't know, it's getting awful cold. I might have some more out there ready to pick. I don't know. I haven't been out, and I really don't. We got so busy that it'd be, so she says, well, I'll see you in 2 or 3 days. So that's what's happened since we've been home. So that's what's been going on with me. So anyway, we got the fish all put up. We put them in, we got one of these, things that you suck the air out of everything, and put them in them, and they last forever. And so after he got them all cut up, then me and him both together used the little machine and put them up and vacuum packed them, and they're in the freezer now, and we kept out enough to have for dinner today. Oh, that salmon was good. And he wanted French fries. I said, no, fried potatoes. I like fried potatoes, so I peeled and I sliced the potatoes. We had fried potatoes with the salmon instead of the French fry. I don't know, one is just about as bad as the other, but I love the fried potatoes a lot better. So, now I'll just shut up my gabbing. Now that's what has been up to me for the last week or few days. So you guys all take care, and God bless all of you and keep you in good health. Health means so much. I know. So bye now.